Welcome back to Anno 1800. I haven't done that much since the last episode in terms of doing a lot of things in terms of building, so that is good at least. I don't have a lot of things to show off that I've done since the last episode. However, I am working hardly in the new world, and there are some things that I need to show in the new world. So I moved the little industrial area we had here down here. And some of these rum distilleries, or rather all of them, have been moved around. So 4 of them is up here and 2 of them is now down there. And I have built the oil refineries here and the little trade union with a milliner, which affects the bombin weaver, substitutes the workforce with jornaleros, and it also substitutes the felt so that we can process the alpaca wool directly, which it isn't very important, but he's good. He's good. It means we do not need as many obreros, which is definitely good. I had to put up another plantain plantation out here, and I have a fish oil factory down here, and another fried plantain kitchen over here. Apparently I'm unable to talk today as well. Now, I also set up this island here, which is purely for oil. I have 2 refineries with a total of 900%, so I should be producing ample oil here. I've also set up an oil route with an oil tanker going from this island, Muay, to Wiv's Cigars. This island is also more or less prepared. The oil harbour is in a little bit of an awkward spot on the backside there. Could have placed it down here, of course, but this is where I'm primarily going to have fields and farms. So, yeah. I also have a couple of expeditions going on, 4 to be specific. But I will not do the expedition events until I have all 4 of them in succession. We are going to start up here, though. No, actually, no. We are going to start down here. The reason for that being, we do need those cigars. I have done a little bit of expansion of the town here, but nothing very impressive or anything. So, yeah. We do want to build some 8 streets down here, I think. We don't really need the longest railroad here. In fact, I think the shorter the better, but I do want to have an opportunity to veer off. So I'm not sure about the railroad down here. I might go down like this. Send one like that, and the other one can... I'm not sure. Let's just do something temporary for now, and I can mix things up later on. So, we want to have a fuel station. The fuel station will be enough to support... what was it? 20 farms, I think? We put that... Let's say we put that there. Hook that up with the railroad. And I did build it the wrong way around. I like to have the tanks facing the oil harbour. Does that thing... Oh, that actually moves with the railroad. Okay, so now we need to build a road to that. And, I mean, we could always build this road as well. Yeah, I know you're missing a railway track to the harbour. Just for good measure, in case I need more rum on this island, let's blueprint 2 more of these. And then we can have the road going like that, and also like that, and remove this. Let's do the same over here. Okay. Because I don't know how many obreros I will be ending up with here, and they do require their rum. Now, if I had a sugarcane plantation, that wasn't what I was planning on building. I might do cocoa here as well, to be honest, or chocolate. Because one of the things that I've noticed on the other one, the other island that is, Wolf's Paradise, is that I'm going to have a lack of workers up here, or I'm going to have a very curious looking town. Not that the latter is a bad thing, though. What I do need to do, though, is expand the obreros. The boxing arena is up there. Is that enough? 840. I do need bombins. 991. That should be enough. Oh yeah, that's enough, like way too many. Enough. Okay, let's speed things up while we wait for these to move in. And also, let's have a quick look here. We have enough rum, we have enough coffee, we have enough... We don't have enough plantains.
We careen into the unknown.
Not having enough plantains is a bit of an issue, actually. Of the blueprint thing. I should also upgrade this. That is the 4th expedition, but I do want to get these plantains down first. It's 54. Okay, and then we need another of these. I don't think this lumberjack's hut here is going to be happy with this, but 95% should be okay. And how the heck am I going to fit one more of these? Oh, that works. Actually do that. This is a gold deposit, of course. That should give us enough plantains. Yeah, we have enough plantains, we have enough ponchos, we have enough tortillas, we have not enough bombins, but we can start producing bombins when I have the cotton up and running. Okay, now let's have a quick look here. Cigars. We do want a tobacco plantation. Really sure what is the actually, it doesn't really look like any specific side here is the front, to be honest. Okay, so if I do that and I build a tractor barn, 192. That's a very, very strange lag going on there. I have never noticed that before. Gives us 215. 288. That should be the maximum with the tractor barn. Which means it is very, very, not just very unlikely, this is not enough for 288. I am absolutely certain of that. You can see how many it is. 166, 223. So nowhere near as many. I like 50. I suppose I could use that for For a plantain. That might not be a bad idea if I have a plantain plantation. Let's see if that's sufficient. If I do this. Now that's pretty nice. So that's 2 of these. Now, I do know that I'm going to need... I don't think I have those down here, do I? No. I have the steam motors up here. Oh, I don't have them here either. Do I have steam motors here anywhere? See here. Create route... that would be an intermediate product. No, I haven't brought any steam motors here in at all. This is a way you can quickly check if any of our islands has something, by the way. Okay, I want to look for bricks. You can see that I have 55 on this island here, and so forth. So that is a useful little thing. Okay, we have to go back to the old world then. Mother Goose, would you pick up 300 steam motors, please? Actually, don't the tractor barns require 10 of each? 10 steel, 10 motors. No, it requires double as much steel as a steam engine.
New orders.
Okay, you go to with cigars.
Aye.
And you go to with cigars.
Cargo boat at the ready.
You go to Sir Archibald and buy as many of those as you can. That's gonna be a temporary route just for now. Because I'm out of steel beams here. Okay, so that's 2 out of 20. Now this will reach pretty far off, as you can see. It's all the way up here, so... if I upgraded this to the paved street, it would reach even farther into the city. How many tobacco farms do we need? That's a good question. The marquetry workshop is something that I'd really rather avoid. I seem to recall that there is specialist that affects marquetry, or rather the cigar factory. Let's just have a quick look at that. Cigar factory. Not Angela. Victor Perfecto, Cigar Daddy. Right. I like the name. Substitutes the workforce with jornaleros and +7 attractiveness. I would really like this guy, but very, very unlikely that we are going to be able to get him. Feras al Sarami, yes, we are going to use him. Where did I get that? I'm absolutely certain I had that in the last one. There we go. Torquedor Lucia. Replaces wood veneers with timber and gives an additional 40% productivity. So we need to go get a Torquedor Lucia, of course, which is very likely that we will find at Isabel Sarmento. Now, with my luck, she's probably here now. No, she isn't. Okay. And the next... so, how does this work in terms of ratios? This is 2 minutes, but we are reducing it to 30 seconds with the with the tractor. So 1 plantation per factory. That's not too bad. And 1 lumberjack hut will be enough to supply 2 of them. Alright. So I need some space for the additional railroad track that I was planning here, and I also want to have some space for. So I'm going to go there because it's there's a rather straight line here. So that's 1 for the railroad, 1 for a road. The railroad will probably be here, and the road will probably be there. That works. This needs to be upgraded. That's 3. I think I'm gonna go... The game is really having an issue when I move above the tile allotment for the farm. Somehow I do feel that is too much.
Ceasefire has ended.
At the same time, I really do want to have more farms in this area up here. Although this isn't half bad, putting 1 here. It can reach the warehouse up there. Get 2 of them in there. It's struggling quite a bit when I build above the limitation. So that's 4 tobacco plantations. With 4 tobacco plantations, I will be able to have 4 cigar factories, which I do suspect is a tad too much. How much do we need of cigars over here? Not very much. In the chateau, I have no idea what we need there because I think I'm supplying it via specialist.
A joy to behold.
Probably should also get a fire station here, since these things have a tendency to go kaboom. Geez, these things are massive. But imagine this without tractors. 192 is the default still, but I would have to have... To get the same here, I would have to have 16 of these. Which is a lot. That would be probably more than this entire area here. Okay, while we wait for those ships to arrive with our steam motors and steel. Steel we probably have enough of, but I think they are here. Yeah. Did our ship come to Isabel? Yes. Okay, so we're looking for Torquedor Lucia. Need to be careful with my money. I've spent a little bit lately. Eventually I will want to get the productivity of those farms up as well. For instance with the arborist. Well, the arborist doesn't affect tobacco plantations. Do I have a cigar aficionado? I do not. Oh, we gotta buy him then.
New orders.
The workforce needed there is quite
We will be so
respectable.
much stronger together.
Go away. No. I will buy those two though.
With a pinch of salt.
Or I won't, since I decided to reroll instead. Le Sai. Mrs. Brown is quite decent. It's not the one I'm looking for though. But combining Mrs. Brown and the pedologist, it's definitely not bad. Okay, I'm not going to. I'm going to reroll 2 more times. Despite this time. I meant 3 more times. 75,000. No. Okay, then we'll just wait. Our ships are almost there.
Cargo stations.
Drop off this.
New orders.
And now we connect up the railway. The railway. The wayway. The wayway. Whoa, whoa. Let's also build a whoa down this way. And it might not be a bad idea to have... Yeah, I think I can do that. 1 track going there, and then 1 parallel track. And then they'll meet up for a bridge, because you can't put 2 bridges right next to one another. So this will be 1 bridge. And then this is going to take quite a bit of steel. We can have the railroad bridge there. That's 43 steel. Ouch. There we go. If I have to cross the river again, I don't think I do with the railroad, but a fuel station somewhere in here in this deep wild forest should cover the area down here as long as I'm using paved roads. Okay, so I want to wait until I have fuel in stock before I build the tractor barns. And the question is, do I transport... Well, I do need obreros for the cigars. I need quite a bit of them, actually. 175. I wish I could do something with this area here. I don't have room for another one here. I feel these 3 are important. This is going to be completely changed up with a fuel station. Which reminds me that we do need... This ship is actually going to be brought up here. Time really flies. I'm going to do a quick cut or pause while I wait for the fuel to build up, and I need to have a look at where to put down the cigar factories, and I will be right back. And everything seems to be functioning after... Yep, good. So I did find Torquero Lucia, or Torquero Lucia. I suspect that you have to build the buildings before they actually show up, because I went through a couple of times and I rerolled at 70k, and that had her in stock. So let's bring her back to Wiv's Paradise, where I've also built another
Bring her around.
pier here. And I have upgraded the tractor barns on these 4 Tobacco Plantations. It's burning now. I can't see anything burning. I also rearranged this one and this one a little
So
bit because they
brave,
were
and so many
a little bit
lives
silly
saved.
in their placement. And I upgraded the road going up there. So this
What brings
fuel
you here,
station will
Governor?
cover all the way up here, so we can replace these with tractor barn farms as well, which will give us more workforce available, which is a good thing. We can also set up a cornfield or corn farm, and with that we could do silos on our alpaca farms, which will also free up some workforce. I mean, it's minuscule, but in the new world, every little bit counts, as Sean Lafortune keeps telling us. So what I have to do now is I need to set up a trade route. I just built the cigar factory there. I'm going to tear it down again now because of the, I also had a wood veneer factory. And what we need to do now is actually tear all of this down and all of this down. But I have to make sure that I have the numbers here correctly. I'm producing... 2 seconds. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I need to check what I'm actually producing. So, caoutchouc. Rubber, which is probably easier to say, is 4 per minute. And coffee beans is 16 per minute. I sneezed. I'm sorry, I have to pause again because I have to go blow my nose. Sorry about that. There we go. My apologies. Okay, so basically what we need here is 1 caoutchouc farm. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do the railway here. Having it right up against the road here, I'm not convinced that that is a good idea. If I do that, I actually think I want to have the road there. And let's do that. No parallel tracks is slightly inconvenient here. Yeah. I'm actually going to move the road out here because we do need parallel tracks on this one. And this is a good location for that. Now for the fuel. This area here... I could replace this area here with... Oh, that's too much river. I have this trade union here that does all the coffee. See, if I have 2 caoutchouc plantations with fuel stations, let me just have a look at just how silly this will be. If I do that, and a tractor barn there, now that's actually going to be quite good because I can fill in the area up here. And then one more, and we are going to be producing double the amount of caoutchouc that we were before with half the amount of workforce. Do this, and this, and this. And this. Now we do need a fuel station, of course, but we'll get around to that. So let's demolish the tractor barns and do them as blueprints. It isn't critical that you have your fuel station at full, like I did earlier, simply because it takes 5 minutes for it to process. Let's tear down these and also move the road. Move the trader union over here temporarily. We can also move these over here temporarily. Just put them and remove the road. I also want to tractor barn up these corn farms here. But this is an excellent location to have a parallel track. We'll do that. And then we do this. This really does require a lot of thinking. That isn't exactly how I wanted it. There we go. Okay, now we can have trains coming down here into here, and this will supply fuel. I would have to have a road going over there. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to redo this as well. I'm going to have to build a fuel depot or station up there as well. Let's move on with the coffee. This does not need to be a blueprint now. I do want the tractor barn to be a blueprint though. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the railway here. Let's leave those 2 spots there alone.
The land has to be prepared.
Just continue down this way here. Oh, yeah, no, I'm being stupid now. I need to move this back. Because the reduction of modules. Let's try this one more time. So that is not enough modules. Why didn't it build enough modules? That is strange. I don't know why it didn't build enough modules there. How about this one? Will that have the same issue? Well, that seems to be working. I don't know why that happened. That is very weird. Stop building the tractor barns. Ah well, whatever. I'm actually fine with it. Building the tractor barns. Do that. Need to... Yeah, this is a slight issue. It'll be fine. Okay, so blueprint the tractor barn, and then don't blueprint the coffee
We're in
plantation.
the presence of a virtuoso.
Yay, a tugboat man. I'm not sure I would call him a virtuoso, but you say so. Let's do it. So that's 4, 8, 12, so we can actually get by with only 4 of these farms. Now, I'm wondering if I want to do this. I didn't want to mean to build you. I meant to blueprint. Then not blueprint this. Like that. And we can blueprint this tractor barn as well. And we don't want to blueprint the crop. I think that works. However, I'm not going to have enough space for... Yeah. And there's definitely not enough space for another coffee plantation with... I do want a 6th one. So, how do I do that? Well, I guess what we're going to do is this. And then this. And then we remove the road on these 2 locations. And now we have to cut out this. You have to cut out more of it, all the way down here, I think. Is that enough? 177, yes, that is enough. But we also need to have a way for the fields to wend their way out here. This looks good. Excellent. I haven't got the foggiest one I'm going to put out here other than fields, because what I'm doing now is basically building all the fields up here. Seems to be 177. It isn't 100% space efficient, but it is decent. 177 of 201. What do you mean 201? Didn't that register correctly? Why does this say 201? Oh, for crying out loud. Please tell me you're not doing this to me. 201. No, that isn't... Do I really have to cover the tractor barn? No, it is 201. Why are you doing this to me, game? Fine. Have it your way. Okay, and upgrade and upgrade and upgrade, because I need to see everything here. I didn't mean to upgrade either, I meant to tear down the fields. Okay, so that's 201. I suppose what I could do here is this. Cover that.
We'll have it back soon enough.
Thank you, Anne. 201, fine.
A tiny something to keep you going.
I do know that I can hold down shift to build more fields. Or crop modules. But in general, the game seems to be quite content with letting me build what it wants me to build by just dragging whenever I have enough of the... or as long as I have the tractor barn blueprinted. So I have no... How did I end up with a hole there? I have no idea why it's behaving like this with these, but doesn't really matter. Okay, so that one's happy, that one's happy, that one's happy, that one's happy, and that one's happy. This one obviously is not happy. $165, 192, 201. Just do it like this. I actually might do it like this. And if I go to this one... No, that won't work. I don't suppose I can... I can. If I put 2 there, and I remove these 2, then I can have a road going up here. That's something, I suppose. We can also have a fire station in here. Is that the right way? I suppose we can have a park here then. Okay, now I'm producing 29 tons of coffee beans per minute. I'm using less workers, which is good. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the sheds or tractor barns. And the final thing that we need to do on this island now is to set up cigar production. I should upgrade these 2 tractor barns as well, and I suspect that I'm going to have the same issue here. No. So it worked on these, but it didn't work on the coffee ones. I have no clue what on earth is going on there. As soon as the fuel comes out here and up here to these barns, we are going to massively improve our production of caoutchouc as well. And yeah. I do love Bright Harvest, but I must confess to having become a little bit overwhelmed with these coffee thingies here.
Has ended.
Was a bit more than I expected. Having these number of modules reduction specialist is really, really handy, I must confess. Now, with these farms here producing at 300% when they're at maximum productivity, I'm full on coffee beans. That is why they're not producing. I'm going to get a fair amount of extra tobacco as well. So I think we are going to be producing, 4 tons of tobacco leaves per minute, which is definitely not bad either. So, yeah, What I'm thinking that I'll do in between episodes is that I'll continue with the little project of tractor barning these other farms down here, the corn ones. This fuel station here is probably going to be capable of supplying quite a bit of the island with fuel. Although it's a tad annoying for the trucks to have to drive all the way up here and then down. If I had a farm over here, for instance. It is possible, thanks to the 5-minute processing time of a tractor barn per fuel, it's not a problem. We should be producing 8 tons, 8 tons of caoutchouc per minute. So half the farms, double the amount. Right harvest is really ingenious. And then the final thing I should do here is I need to get a fuel station somewhere up here. And I should produce enough corn that I can do the silos on the alpaca farms. And with that, this island should be a little bit modernized. And we should have a fair amount of oil to spare as well, I think. Oil. Yeah, we're at 34 tons per minute and we're using 4. It's a shame we can't build power plants in the new world. That would be really nice to have power plants electrifying things like the rum distilleries, which are massive
There we are,
buildings.
all better.
But alas, the game developers did not bless us with that particular blessing. For now, however, I'm going to say that we are wrapping up, and I hope that didn't make a huge ruckus on the recording. That was the microphone wiggling around. If you have any questions and or comments, then please do feel free to leave those in the comment section below as per usual. I hope that you are enjoying the series and that you enjoyed the episode, and that hopefully I am able to, thanks to the stuff that I've learned from Taka, that I'm able to perhaps convey some of the knowledge onto you as well. One final little thing. Some people have mentioned how the Hacienda would be a better production facility for things in the New World, and I am absolutely 100% aware of this. The reason I have not built a Hacienda as of yet is because I want to progress step by step into the DLCs, and it's been a lot of DLCs since I last played the game. So the Hacienda will be something that will happen, not soon, but eventually. Just like I haven't unlocked the Arctic, that will also happen eventually. So don't worry about it, I will get around to it, but it might be a few episodes down the road. And this episode really got way much longer than I thought it would be. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope to see you all in the next